And finally on the program, Lagos State Ministry of Commerce, Cooperatives, Trade and Investment, Tourism, Arts and Culture, as well as the Office of Sustainable Development Goals, presented their scorecard in the last 1 year of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration, saying the state government is integrating reliable data systems across ministries, departments, and agencies to improve planning, accountability, and service delivery.
There's a major boost for the tourism, arts and culture sector in Lagos State as the government intensifies efforts to position itself as Africa's leading tourism and creative capital. In the last 1 year, the state government sponsored just over 200 festivals, entertainment programs and cultural initiatives, a sharp increase from the 143 sponsored in the previous year.
I am proud to present our key achievements, milestones and transformational initiatives recorded by this ministry within the last 12 months. These accomplishments are a testament to the unwavering commitment of the Sanwo-Olu administration to building a globally competitive creative and tourism economy and firmly establishing Lagos as the hospitality, entertainment, creative and tourism capital of Africa. On the 27th of December 2025, the Lagos State government revived one of the state's most iconic cultural traditions, their Damorisha play, popularly known as the Eyo Festival, as part of the efforts to celebrate distinguished personalities whose lives were devoted to the service and development of Lagos State and Nigeria at large. On the 6th of April 2026, at the same historic Tafawa Balewa Square, Lagos Island, reaffirming our commitment to preserving and promoting richness of culture and heritage again, the ministry held the Fancy Carnival, a vibrant cultural celebration rooted in the history and traditions of Afro-Brazilian returnees in Lagos. The place came alive through a spectacular display of colorful ceremonial costumes, music, dance, and artistic expressions, representing the 7 historical communities that form the foundation of the Fancy tradition. In January 2026, the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture hosted the 9th AFRIMA, Africa Music Awards, further cementing Lagos as Africa's creative capital. AFRIMA remains Africa's premier platform for celebrating musical excellence while driving cultural diplomacy, youth empowerment, and tourism across the continent. The ministry has continued to strengthen its symbolic relationship with stakeholders across the tourism, creative entertainment, and hospitality ecosystem through sustained collaborations, stakeholder engagements, and strategic partnerships aimed at advancing the sector's growth and competitiveness. In line with the 5th pillar of the themes agenda, entertainment and tourism, the ministry has consistently developed, reviewed, and redefined policies that provide strategic framework for tourism and creative industry activities in Lagos State. These efforts have been complemented by the implementation of impactful programs and projects designed to enrich the experiences of residents, visitors alike, while contributing meaningfully to the economic growth and development of the state.
Other areas getting the attention of the state government is the micro, small and medium enterprises sector. There are several initiatives put in place by the state government to support business owners, and these were highlighted at the 2026 ministerial press briefing by the State Commissioner for Commerce, Cooperatives, Trade and Investment, Folashade Ambrose Medebem. She says the government has set aside a 5 billion naira intervention fund to expand access to affordable financing for cooperative-based MSMEs across the state and recovered over 450 million naira for residents through consumer protection interventions.
It is indeed with an overwhelming sense of proud purpose that I welcome and I want to acknowledge 2 things at the outset. First, the inimitable leadership of Mr. Governor across the 2nd term, anchored in the themes development agenda and Pillar M, which stands for Making Lagos State a 21st Century Economy. I'm delighted to say we were incredibly proud to be the only state across the Federation to take and present our Lagos State industrial policy to the Honorable Minister of Trade and Industry and the Honorable Minister of State as well, of which you can see there. And that is something, as we say in Lagos, we are indeed the center of excellence. I'm proud to say we had a successful Invest in Lagos 2.0, which was delivered on the 9th of July 2025. The platform that scaled action, and it was something we're incredibly proud for. And we've built on that, Invest in Lagos 3.0, which is taking place on the 8th and 9th of June 2026 here in Lagos State, is the apex moment of the term, positioned as the business gateway to Africa alongside the summits. We have improved the ease of doing business across Lagos State. We have deepened investor confidence and unlocked new value chains that position Lagos as the leading commercial hub in Africa. We are looking ahead to sustain the focus, to sustain the momentum, and to scale the impact across every sector under our mandate. Our direction is clear, the resolve is strong, and the commitment is steady and consistent.
The 2026 ministerial briefing also highlights efforts to strengthen climate resilience across vulnerable communities in Lagos. The state government's flood risk insurance policy is geared towards protecting over 4 million vulnerable residents with potential payouts of up to $7.5 million to cushion the impact of disasters. This year's ministerial briefing commemorates the 7th anniversary of the Sanwo-Olu Hamzat administration, which is winding down its second term in office.
2025 marked 10 years since the establishment of the Office of Sustainable Development Goals. The 10th anniversary doubled as part of the global observance of SDG Week, and it brought together an impressive gathering of top government officials, development partners, NGO, civil society organizations, and private sector SDG ambassadors. It also included volunteers and key government stakeholders, all united in their shared commitment to a more sustainable Lagos. HCD 2.0 Core Working Group. Following the reconstitution of the Core Working Group for Human Capital Development, which falls under the Office of Sustainable Development Goals in 2025, this was chaired by the Deputy Governor, Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat, and Lagos State recorded significant progress in strengthening institutional coordination, stakeholder alignment, and data-driven planning for human capital development. As the state's coordinating office for the 2020 to 2030 HCD strategy, the SDGs office facilitated sustained technical engagements, strategic policy dialogues, and cross-sectional collaborations among to improve coordination, enhance data, promote evidence-based policymaking. One of the programs that we're also very proud of at the Office of Sustainable Development Goals is women empowerment in hard-to-reach communities. And it's part of the state's broader human capital development strategy, has empowered over 1,500 women across selected and underserved areas with a deliberate focus on grassroots communities. In advancing transparency and accountability, the office successfully coordinated the second voluntary local review, facilitating robust community engagement and stakeholder validation process. Collectively, these milestones reflect a decade of purposeful action, strategic partnerships, and measurable impact. As the Lagos State SDGs office looks ahead, it remains committed to accelerating progress, strengthening systems, ensuring that no one is left behind in the journey towards achieving these goals.
The state government promises to ensure seamless policies on infrastructure development that will make Lagos sustain its megacity status.